What's going on YouTube? JTISREBORN here, and welcome to another edition of After the Movie. I'm sounding kind of quiet right now because it's just trying to get into the, atmosphere of the movie I'm about to watch. But let's take a look at my TV. I'm gonna watch this movie here. Excuse the camera, guerrilla filmmaker style. It's called Alice, Sweet Alice. It was made in 1976. It's a horror movie and was listed under my recommendations. I think I heard about this movie a while ago. It's supposed to be really, really creepy. So yeah, I actually wanted to watch the movie Suspiria because I'd seen it years ago, and the thought of it just kept popping in my head, and I'm like, I want to give that movie another chance because there's a lot I liked in it, and then there's stuff I really didn't like, and I was hearing stuff about the Suspiria remake that's coming out, and I tried clicking that on, through Amazon because I remember watching it on here, but it's not, available for digital on this platform, unfortunately, so I can't find it. So I'll have to pick up the Blu-ray or something for that one. Sucks. I want to watch Suspiria, but no fucking streaming platform allows me to rent or even buy it. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. But Alice, Sweet Alice is in my recommendations. It looks like a creepy slasher movie, I think. I don't know. Looks really eerie. I don't have any expectations for this movie. It could be good, it could be bad. We'll see. A lot of these early 70s and like 80s slasher horror type movies, though, like, there's definitely something way creepier about them. There's like this eerie mystery to them. Like when people are murdered, it feels like a grittier, like grindhousey type feel. Something that a lot of these modern movies can't quite replicate. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this movie a watch, and I'll let you know what I think about it after the movie. What's going on YouTube? JTISREBORN here, and welcome back. I just got done watching Alice, Sweet Alice. I started watching this last night, but, sometimes when I'm on the couch, it's late at night, I get really sleepy, and I fell asleep about, 30 or 40 minutes into the movie. So I restarted the whole thing. I watched it again from where I was at in the beginning, all the way till now, and it was an interesting movie. Nothing amazing. It had me intrigued. There's definitely some really creepy stuff in this movie. So for those of you who don't know, Alice, Sweet Alice was released in 1976. Brooke Shields is actually at the very beginning of the movie. Basically, with this film, a girl is murdered at her communion, and people think it's this young girl named Alice. And, through set events, like, a couple other people get murdered. Not a huge high body count. Like, the killer wears, like, this raincoat and this porcelain doll-looking face. And the design of this thing, here, I'll pull some still images while I'm talking, is legitimately creepy. There is some eerie stuff in this movie. And it's definitely got, it's set, in this church area. Like, this family lives with, this priest. And you have some other creepy people in this movie. There's this creepy pedophile-looking dude who's severely overweight, and then, they make fun of him for it. And Alice is this, really, kind of disturbed girl who you don't know, there's definitely something up with her. And then there's other weird people, there's this crazy lady who lives in the house, and eventually you do find out who the killer is. And what I appreciate about this movie, I'm not going to spoil it, is you find out who the killer is with 20 or 30 minutes left in the movie. So basically, at that point, you're kind of left on the edge of wondering what exactly this psycho is going to do. And there is some dumb stuff with it, especially at the ending when the killer is, apprehended, I guess. They do some really dumb stuff. It's just you could have done more with that. You know what I mean? But overall, I kind of like this movie. There is some neat ideas with it, just the way it's presented. There is some creepy imagery, and because it's set in the 1970s, they don't have all the bells and whistles of today's filmmaking, so it's not quite as polished. It gives it kind of this more gritty type feel, where the atmosphere feels a lot creepier. It kind of reminds me of some of these older slasher films, not necessarily Friday the 13th or anything like that, but movies like this, there's something eerie and mysterious about it. It has its own mystique quality to it that I kind of appreciate about some of the older cinema that you can't quite replicate with today's films. Films like this, there was another one Suspiria that kind of has a vibe like that, where it's just you feel like you're in another world with 1970s cinema. So I'm glad I saw it. Not going to see it again probably. Maybe I'll check it out. It wasn't amazing or anything like that, but I kind of liked it. And just some of the stuff. There were some moments where I kind of snickered a bit. Where this is one guy getting killed, like he gets stabbed, and then he goes and follows the killer. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you." And then boom, gets smacked in the face with a brick. And I just wanted to just go like, as soon as that happened, I was thinking back to Home Alone 2 when Marv gets struck with the brick. It's like, "Suck brick, kid!" Smack. And I thought that was pretty funny. And then there's one scene where somebody gets dropped off like the side of a building. I thought that was kind of cool. There's another disturbing moment where they kind of freaked me out because, you know, obviously I don't know if PETA was all over their case about this. There's a part where there's a cat that gets killed, like it's strangled, like it's picked up aggressively by the neck, and I wasn't sure if that was a real cat or like a fake cat. And I was just kind of worried. I'm like, oh my god, did they just kill a real cat? I'm sure it was fake, but if it wasn't, what the hell was that? That was just that was kind of fucked up. But you know, that's what I mean about some of these older films. Like they obviously don't have some of the stuff, like they don't have the laws against animal cruelty like they had back then. Like PETA wasn't on everyone's case, and that right there, I'm just like, ooh, you never know if it was real or not. And there were some real bugs and stuff going on. There was like one part where some guy gets covered in cockroaches, and yeah, that's what I mean. There's where you don't know it's real or not. I feel like being like released in the 70s just gives it a more like gritty, grindhousey type feel that makes it feel more authentic than something that's overly polished like movies today. Not that movies today aren't good, but like there's just something about like that older style of filmmaking that makes it a lot eerier. So yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Alice, Sweet Alice. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video review on the movie. Maybe I'll go check out more of these older horror films that I haven't seen, but I liked Alice, Sweet Alice. Didn't love it or anything, but you know, it was worth a watch. I think it's worth a watch, and you should check it out. Some of the music is kind of eerie too, but the ending, well, do I want to get into spoilers? You know what? I'll get into spoilers at this point in the video. So go check out the movie. It's on Amazon Prime if you're a member, so you can check it out like without having to pay anything. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. Probably not, but it's worth a watch. Go ahead and give it a check out. Or if you don't really care who the killer is, you can watch the rest of this video, so on and so forth, whatever. But anyway, so eventually we do find out who the killer is. It's this creepy old lady who's like this kind of seriously disturbed woman who lives in this house, and the killings were actually being blamed on Alice, and it wasn't actually Alice who was the killer, although by the ending of the movie, when this, like the one disturbed lady, who they find out, the cops are surrounding the church, they're going to arrest this lady. Why, when she's going up to get confession, no cops inconspicuously go up to her and grab her or take her bag? Because she has a knife in it, and she stabs the priest, the Father Tom dude, and he's just horrifically murdered, and then everyone's screaming, yelling bloody murder, and basically after that, she eventually gets she's like hugging him, she's smiling, and the blood's dripping down all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? And then young little Alice, the girl who I think has maybe split personality, or some sort of disorder with her, carries the bag away, finds a knife, and then she kind of just stares off in the distance like, am I going to be a killer too? Or maybe she also did some killing. Who knows? But that kind of final shot were just kind of like a little bit eerie, and so on and so forth. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, I'm kind of glad the old psycho lady got, you know, she eventually, you know, was going to go to jail, but you never know what's going on with Alice. So yeah, there's definitely some creepy stuff in here. I don't know if they ever made a sequel. I don't think so. I don't know if they're going to do a remake, but I definitely will check it out if they do. So, yeah. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed my brief little review on Alice, Sweet Alice. And until next time, I'll see you all after the movie. Take care now. Bye-bye then.